Ashe Gems. Welcome to the Empress Empire podcast. I am your host with the most, Ashanti, or the Sacred Empress. And today I have another special guest on, y'all. I've been having special guests all week. So today we have another special guest. Somebody that we ain't close friends, yes, but I feel like one day it'll happen. But
Period.
welcome on, Tay. Feel free to introduce yourself.
What's up, y'all? My name is Tae. I'm a model. I also do a lot of different things. So I'm excited to be on this podcast with you and share a special moment.
Yes, glad to have you on. And you're a model, okay, model. Like
Yes.
we're not finna just run around over that, like act like you just didn't say you was a model. So anybody, any modeling agencies are watching, book book my friend, okay?
Hit me up.
Get my friend booked and busy. We need them on Fashion Week runways and so on and so forth. Let's get them. Let's
No,
get them
for
booked,
real.
okay? So, what are these other things that you do? What else do you like to do?
Well, I dance also,
Ooh,
like not stripping dance, but like dance,
okay.
dance. I can do that too.
Hey.
But we ain't gonna get into that, but I could do that too. um, I can write. I write really good. Like I write poems. I used to
Mm-hmm.
write music. Um, I said I wanted to get back into writing music. I just have to be in the right headspace for it. But I'll say I'm a jack of all trades. I can do a lot of different things. This is, putting the time into doing it.
Right. I get that. So you're very artsy, very creative. I love that about you. Cause
Yes.
same. Um, so today's topic, you guys, is going to be a mental health, self-love, and everything in between. So Tay, do you suffer from any mental illnesses, or is it just something that you've been prioritizing a lot more recently?
Not really. I would say only thing I could have probably been depressed a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but I would say it don't bother me that
Yeah.
much anymore.
I feel that. Yeah, I know for me, I was depressed a lot just in my like sixth grade year up until like high school, like
Yeah.
super duper depressed. It was one of those things where you're making everybody else happy and you're not happy. And
Yes.
it took a really big toll on how I viewed myself because I felt like I was supposed to be this person for everybody, but I'm like, so who's gonna show up for you? Who's gonna show up when you need somebody there? Like, it had to take some time for me to realize like I had to be my own best friend at some point, in my life rather than, just trying to be there for everybody else and prioritizing other people's needs and responsibilities before my own. So I think that that's one of the things that really made it hard for me. I feel like, depression is one of those things where you realize how much time you're putting towards everything else aside from your own needs and wants. So I'm no longer depressed, but I will go through like little phases where I'm just super sad and I'm super like, like,
Yeah.
you know,
I feel that. I go
yeah.
through the same thing. I was a people's pleaser and it didn't take me till like maybe last year around maybe 2 weeks into October until where it's just like I had like a reality check and
Mm-hmm.
realized that I need to love myself, and focus on myself more because people just kept taking and taking and taking from me, and I didn't have
Right.
nothing to give.
Mm-hmm.
And it just got so bad to where I just didn't want to be around nobody. I wanted to be in my room all day under my bed. You know, I didn't want to work either. It just got bad,
Yeah.
and it took me a while to get out of that funk. I won't say I just now really start getting out of that funk because it just seemed like a lot of different things started happening. I had a messy relationship, another messy relationship afterwards. A messy friendship just went down the drain. It just was like, and then a health issue came up. It was
Mm-hmm.
just like a whole bunch of different, things just coming at me at once, and I just, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I had to take some time into myself and figure out what do I really want to do with myself? What do I really need from myself? What's going on? How can I help myself be better? Because I don't like to be sad.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a good feeling I want to feel. I see everybody looking happy. I want to feel that for myself,
Right.
so it took a minute, but we're getting there slowly for surely. Every day I'm transforming. Every day I'm becoming better than what I was in the past.
I love that. That's such a good feeling too, like knowing how far you've come and how much you might have gone through, but not allowing it to affect the person that you're trying to become. Like I always like look
Yeah.
back and I'm like, damn, I've come so far. Like, damn, I'm not that girl
Yeah.
no more. Like, like I know some people are like, how do I get back to myself? But it's like you said, we're always transforming. Like, we're not gonna be the same person forever unless that's just, a part of our journey or it's just something that, we're choosing. But I love the fact that, you see your transformation because a lot of people won't look at it, they'll overlook it or act like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just same old me. Like, no, you're not. You just went through three tower moments. You cannot sit here and tell me you're the same person after
Exactly.
that.
But no, like I ain't gonna lie, like it took some time because I can remember like maybe like February, I thought I was like, okay, I'm having some progress. Then the tower moment came. It's just like, damn, this ain't
Yeah.
shit getting better. And I'm like, okay, now where I'm at, I'm like, I can really look at this because I had my journal and I really looked through my journal from January to now. And I'm like, wow, I've really grown. My mindset
Hmm.
from back then have done changed. The things that I was stressing and worried about, I ain't too much worried about now. I don't really
Right.
stress about it no more. I was stressing about friends. I got two people, 2 or 3 people that that's in my life right now, but I ain't really caring because I'm focused on what I need to do. You
Hmm.
know, I'm 20, gonna be 21, so
You're
I gotta get my
20.
life
Why did I think
together.
you were older than me? What the hell? I'm just kidding. I'm not.
Everybody be
But
thinking that.
whoa.
Yeah, I like, I don't know. Sometimes I be feeling like I'm older than what I am at times, and I
Hmm.
have to come back to the ground and be like, dang, you only 20. Calm down. You
Yes.
still got your whole life ahead of you.
That's the one, especially for people that are in their 20s, because people get out of high school and think that instantly they got to have their lives together. They have to be working some type of job.
Hmm.
They got to have their own place. Like, it's one of those things where it's like it's cool to have all of that, but you're placing these like adult, views onto yourself when you just got out of high school. Like you don't even know what you want for real. Like you just,
Yeah.
figuring it out. And I know for me, sometimes I'll look at like people that I did go to school with to see that they have their own places, they got their own car, and they having
Ooh.
kids, and I'm like, damn. And I feel like I'm not doing anything, but it's like these people may be focusing more on their physical, like the things that are outside of them, but I'm focusing on the internal. So it's like, we're in two different spaces. So I can't really compare my situation to theirs because they may be
Yeah.
focusing on, getting a career path and all that lined up, but I'm focusing on a business. I'm focusing on a podcast. Like we just in two totally different lanes. Um,
Yeah.
and I had to like try not to take it to heart because it sometimes when you do compare yourself to other people, you feel like you're not doing enough, or you feel like there's more that you need to be doing. When in all actuality, sometimes you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing in the moment. Like who's to say that I'm gonna get my car until I'm 25? That's just a part of my plan, as a part of my journey, and I just have to accept that. But
Yeah.
it does get intimidating sometimes. It's like, damn, they be posting their keys and like, just get
Ooh,
my
yes.
apartment, just sign my lease. And I'm like, damn, I still live with my mom. But it's one of those things where you can't look at it and feel less than or feel unworthy. Like, at least I do have a roof over my head. There's people that don't, people who graduate and they family just kick them to the
Yeah.
curb, like get out, So it's one of those things where, you have to look at what you do have rather than focusing on what you don't have. Um, but yeah, when it comes
Yeah.
to mental health, I feel like it's one of those things where it's, overlooked. People aren't really talking about it. Or, you got people nowadays like on TikTok that are under people's comments just saying the most craziest things ever. But
Yes.
we got people in this world that are so big on mental health. But then it's like, it's so weird because it feels like people care to an extent, or people fake care. Like they only want to care for, social media, but then behind closed doors, you got a friend that, you hate or whatever, like you're creating this
Yeah.
world where people are scared to be themselves, but everyone's like, oh, you're being fake, or oh, you're being this or being that. It's like, it's so confusing. It's a confusing time that we live in. Like, you want me to be myself, but when I'm myself, it's a problem. I need to tone it down a little bit, or I need to stop
Yeah.
doing this or stop doing that. And then when you resort to doing things to please other people, they're still not satisfied. So, it's one of those things where you have to just say, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just be me." And if you don't like it, oh well, oh fucking well.
Yes. I had to learn that myself. Um, like I really took the time to go in and I was like, you know what? I keep hiding myself. I can't do that, you know. I can't hide who I am. Like I can go around people. Like I had a friend that, when we get around different people, they act different. Like they'll try to put on a persona that's not them. Like don't do that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
be yourself. If
Right.
you be yourself, the people that are for you gonna attract towards you. That's how I feel. Since I've been myself, I've been attracting people that like the things I like.
Mm-hmm.
All the people that, I was trying to people please, trying to be different towards, like be a different person towards. All them people ain't in my life no more.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm happy for that because I can be myself. Being myself makes me happy and it makes me feel good on the inside. It's like I want my friends to be themselves. I won't judge them for their true self. You crazy, have some crazy quirks. I got crazy quirks.
Mm-hmm.
We might could compare crazy quirks and
Right. Might be
be
able to
crazy
balance it
together.
out.
You know, that's what certain things I like things like that. So always good to be yourself, and
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna take some time sometimes, because you're so used to hiding yourself in and being somebody else. So sometimes when you do present yourself out there, especially in social media, you're like, will they like me? Will they not like me? And so you have to just say fuck it because at the end of the day, this is for you, not them.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So
A
yeah,
word. A fucking word. No, really though. Like, I feel like when you, like, even for me, like, I have a bunch of friends that, like, I felt like, I don't know, like in high school, I had a friend that I was close to, but didn't feel close to. Like, grew up together, went to the, same school off and on, went to the same little after school program. And it's like, I know you, but I don't know you. Like, it feels like I'm still on the outside. Like,
mm,
you ain't really let me in, and I ain't really let you in. But we're trying to force a connection that just ain't gonna work. It's just one
yeah,
of those things where it's like, you can't force people to be in your life, and you shouldn't force yourself into other people's lives, because I think that it makes it very hard to create a dynamic that's healthy and to create an environment where you feel safe to be yourself. And that's why now I'm so into aligning with the right people, because I do feel like, I was one of those people that wanted to be everybody's friend, because I know what it's like
yeah,
to not have a friend. But then I had to learn not everybody is your friend. So if you want to take it there, it's like, you could be a friend of the world, but you also have to know, the boundaries that you have, and the limits that you
yeah,
have when it comes to that. Because I just love people, and I love being around certain people, and having those memories and creating things, and so on and
yeah,
so forth. But it comes to a point where if you know yourself, then you know who's going to really have some type of purpose in your life, whether it be good or bad. Because sometimes we're supposed to be experiencing those bad connections, but that teaches us, it teaches us a lot about ourselves, and it teaches us a lot about the world, and so on and so forth. So for me, when it comes to friends, like, i have I have a few, I have a few, and I think I'm
mm,
I'm more content with those few friendships than I am with those big groups, or with, you know, everybody, because it's like you never really know who's got the right intentions for you. It's one of those things
yeah,
where it's weird. It's like, you just meet somebody and they already got a knife behind their back, and you don't even know it. You
yeah,
don't even know, like, this person's coming in like really hurt you. Like, you don't know someone's coming in to make your life a living hell. You don't know someone's coming in to abuse you, but you let them in with open arms. And I think that's one of the scariest things nowadays, is that people don't
yeah,
necessarily wear their heart on their sleeve anymore. People don't really, know themselves. So it's very easy for them to be, deceptive, or to, lie, or whatever the case may be. So, when it
yeah,
comes to mental health, that shit plays such a big part in all of it, because a lot of the things that I'm traumatized from aren't things that I did to myself, it's things that other people did to me. These are people that I'm
Yeah.
trusting. These people that I'm like, oh yeah, I love this motherfucker. This is my nigga right here. And then it's something completely
Yeah.
different. It's like, whoa, like I didn't even intuition wasn't saying nothing. Like I'm like, was I
Okay.
was I ignoring it? Like what the hell was
Like,
going
what's going
on?
on?
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like you want to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. And that's one of my things that I have to learn. Like, if your intuition is telling you get the fuck out, move, run, whatever, I gotta listen to that. Even if you seem like the
Yeah.
coolest person on the planet, or you seem to have these things about you, like now I have to go with my gut feeling. Now I have to follow my own intuition because when I wasn't, I was getting lost in these relationships that, were just holding me back. So
Yeah.
it's empowering to know that we do have a friend in ourselves. And I think once you
Yeah.
develop that relationship, you will be able to, listen to your intuition a little bit more. So, what does your relationship with yourself look like?
Well, my relationship with myself looks like, it looks pretty good. I need to build a better bond with
Mm-hmm.
myself with certain things. I'm trying to be more disciplined in like having time management because I
Mm-hmm.
kind of suffer from that. Like I will sit in bed all day
Me too, friend.
and I'm doing nothing, and I feel like that's good for me, but I got things I want to do, so I
Yeah.
can't do that. So you know, oh, hold on. But yeah, so it's it's a process. It's really a process, but it's coming along smoothly. I'm taking it day by day. Sometimes I may be inconsistent, but sometimes it's all about getting back into the consistency and staying disciplined on what you want for yourself. If you want change, you have to bring change. You have to be the
Mm-hmm.
change.
Right. That's so powerful. I feel like a lot of people don't realize that. Like, a lot of people don't realize like it takes you. Like nobody's coming in and fixing the puzzle piece for you. You got to fix that shit yourself. You got to make it work for you. Um, and I
Yes.
think when it comes to time management, I'm one of those people that I'm like I'll get up at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and I will lay in bed. I'll be like, well, I didn't get up early enough, so I guess I can't be productive. But it's like you still have time to be productive. You
Hmm.
still have hours to dedicate time to something. And I think that depression was such a like it was so ingrained in my life
Yeah.
that it made it easy for me to just be like, I don't give a fuck about my life. I don't give a fuck about myself. So I'm just not gonna do anything. Like,
Yeah.
what's the point? Like, really, that's how I felt. I was like, what's the point of doing anything? Like, I don't care. Nobody around me cares. So it is what it is. We just gonna go through life doing nothing. And it got me nowhere. It got me nowhere. I'm sitting here
Yeah.
gaining hella weight and my fucking face was pale. Like I just had nothing. I had no life in me. And remember one time just being like, you know what? Like I don't want to live like this no more. Like this ain't doing it for me. Like this is
Hmm.
and it takes those moments, people wonder like, okay, how am I supposed to change? Like you have to want it that bad. You have to look at yourself and be like, this ain't who I'm trying to be. This ain't nowhere near the life that I deserve.
Yeah.
This ain't nowhere near the life that I want. Like I'm working towards that rather than working towards just sitting in stagnancy just because. um
Yeah.
and I don't know, it's one of those things where it's like you look back on it, you're like, damn, like all that time, all that time and energy that I just left on the back burner for what, all for what. But, with therapy and with healing in general, I think that that's really made life easier for me. But what
Yeah.
makes your life easier?
What makes my life easier? I would say healing, certain healing things that I did, like for me, um, I would say doing affirmations is one of the
Mm-hmm.
things that make my life easier to me because it replaces with me. So if I have a negative thought, I tend to try to think of a positive thought and try to say it a couple of times to make that thought be reinforced in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of I've been doing that a lot lately, and it's really been helping my mood, making me want to actually go do things, you know, instead of just being in my head and just being to myself. It makes me want to go work out, go maybe make some reels and TikToks and things like that, to put
Mm-hmm.
myself out there. Just it's just wonderful to me. I tell everybody, that I meet, do some affirmations, that really works.
Yeah.
The same way you can tell yourself, oh, I'm crazy, oh, people ain't shit, niggas ain't shit, bitches ain't shit, when you say, and they tell you even in the Bible, if you believe in the Bible, if you don't believe in the Bible, it says the tongue is powerful and the mind
Hmm.
is powerful also. So, whatever you speak, if you the creator of your reality, whatever you speak gonna happen.
Right.
If you saying niggas ain't shit, niggas ain't gonna be shit to you.
Come on, Tay.
If you keep saying bitches ain't shit, bitches ain't gonna be shit. So
Hmm.
like, you have to say different things. You have to put positive things out to attract what you want. If you keep putting out negative, you're gonna get negative. You put positive, you're
Exactly.
gonna get positive. I ain't gonna say you're not gonna get no negative, but you still, you have to decipher between the negative and the good at the
Hmm.
end of the day.
Right.
But you're gonna receive positive if you're putting out positive. And sometimes we be feeling like we're putting out positive energy, and sometimes we are, but it's still other things that may be more negative. Our mindset be negative. You may
Hmm.
feel like, oh, I'm doing this positive, I'm doing that. I go to give out to charity, I go do this. But if your mindset is negative
Yeah.
still, it ain't gonna help. Your
Exactly.
mind and your mind, your heart, and your mouth, all that got to be alive together.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen
So
people that'll be like, I'm doing everything and still ain't nothing working. It's like, well, what are you doing everything for? Are you doing it with the intent of, oh, I'm gonna do this just so I can get that? Or are you doing it for,
yeah,
a purpose greater than that in itself? So it really does speak volume when we realize how, we are literally creating our entire like reality, our own universe in a sense. Like we get to decide what we want in our lives. And a lot of people, I guess they just focus so much on the negative, that it's very hard to even see the positive. And sometimes the negative don't even outweigh the positive shit. It's like people will really focus on the
yeah,
like they stub their toe in the morning. They're like, damn, I done stubbed my toe. My day ain't gonna be shit. I'm gonna have a bad day. And then you go on and
ooh,
continue to have a bad day. You go get food. You drop your food on the ground, and your car won't
yeah,
start, and all this other shit happened. But then you look at it from a higher perspective. It's like, okay, well, you still got air in your lungs. Your eyes still work, your ears still work, your
yeah,
limbs are working. Like, we can focus so much on the things that are going wrong that it takes away from the things that are going right. And I think that it's so important for people to understand, like, those bad things that happen to you don't mean that you don't deserve anything good. Like, you still deserve the
yeah,
world. You just stubbed your toe. Like, stop. You clumsy. You know what I'm saying? You're clumsy. Like, that's
yeah.
it.
I definitely understand that because I can say that I used to, one thing to affect me and it just messed up my whole day. But now,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, okay, it's something greater than this, maybe because this
Mm,
happened, it's something bigger happened, like
right.
currently I was supposed to be out of town,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't get my money till like yesterday. So it was like, I can,
Yeah.
leave, but I don't want to rush because when you rush, you make mistakes sometimes, and not even that. I was like, the storm heading up to where I want to go, so it's a possibility that I could I'm being protected from that storm.
Right.
You don't never know what could happen. So sometimes when we feel like certain things happen that are bad, sometimes it just be protection
Right.
from other things. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like when I was younger, my mom never let me go to a party, but every party she let me go to, that bitch got shot up.
See, our moms
And
be
I used to be
knowing.
so mad. I used to be so mad, but I was like, let me go to the party, let me go to the party. No. And next thing I heard, oh, they was shooting.
Damn. Like, damn, okay, maybe she knew something. Maybe she knew what she
Yeah,
was.
maybe she, yeah, and it took me to like when I turned 20, I was like, damn, maybe she was right.
Yeah. Yeah, same with my mom too. She'd always be like, she never want me to go to anybody else's house. Like, she'd be like, they can
Hmm.
come over here, but you're not going over there. And I remember seeing, I think it was, I don't know when this was, but I remember there was a little girl, a black girl. She stayed the night at these people's house, and she ended up dying there.
Yeah,
And I was like, damn, like I see why my mama was like, don't be staying at nobody's house. You can stay with me. Or whenever like
yeah.
I'll have like a little boo thing or whatever. She's like, well, they could come over here. You not going over there with them. I was like, okay, fine. But I think it's important to see it that way. Like, anything could happen. You
Yeah.
don't want to be in that mindset of, oh, always, there's always going to be something bad happening. When you get that feeling, especially like mothers with their children, like when your mom get that feeling, like you just have to go with it, even if she sound
Yeah.
crazy, even if it sound like she just trying to, or sometimes with kids they feel like, oh, my mom just don't like me, she just don't want me to have fun, da 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 da. But it's like
Yeah.
there's just something about a mother's knowing, and I didn't learn that until I got older because my mom saved me from a lot of situations. Because every dudes that I liked, then she like, I don't like them. And I'm like, what you mean? What you mean you don't like them? Like, this is my boo. Like, we gonna go get married. Like, have some kids. What you mean you don't like him? I love
Yeah.
him. And then I don't end up with him, Or there'll be friends that she don't like and end up falling
Yeah.
out with the friends because, and I'd be wondering, I'm like, are you speaking that on me? Or you just know?
Yes. It could be both though. Sometimes it could be
Yeah.
both. It could be
Like, don't be
both.
don't be
But
speaking that over me. That's why she
yes,
can't meet
I
the new
told
one.
my mom done jinxed me a few times. I was like, girl, now you done spoke that off on me. Because that wasn't gonna happen at all, and I knew it wasn't gonna happen, but you spoke it up and it done happened.
Right.
Now I'm mad because you
Literally.
was right.
But
Oh, she
yeah.
done did that a couple of times, and I be at the tell. I was like, Mama, you can't say that.
Yeah.
Whatever you got to say, keep it to yourself. Unless
Please.
you got a feeling that you got a feeling that you feel like it's,
Right.
you know. But other than that, keep it to yourself
For
because
real. Like,
baby,
write it down somewhere and put the date on it. So we look back on it, we be like, oh, okay, okay, you was right. So when you
exactly,
tell me that, it's gonna sit in my mind, and I'm gonna produce that specific
exactly.
outcome. Like, that's crazy. And then, getting away from the moms, we think about people that tell us we ain't gonna be shit in this world, or people that say, whatever we're working towards, it ain't gonna work, or we're wasting our time with certain things. Like, you know, that also sits
Yeah,
in the mind. That also one of those things where you like, do I believe what you saying to me right
yes.
now? Like, I had somebody call me a narcissist, I think it was like a year ago. And I spent so many months thinking, I was like, am I a narcissist? I was like, am I
Oh
a
my.
narcissist? Like, this bitch just called me a narcissist. Am I a narcissist for real? Like, do I really give narcissism? Like, do I give that off to people? And I remember I asked my therapist one
Hmm.
time, I was like, do you think I'm a narcissist? He was like, no, like, he don't give me that vibe. He's a therapist. He's trying to, peep these things out. So when he said that, I was
Yeah.
like, okay. And then months later, I'm still like, am I a narcissist? Like, I'm still thinking that. So sometimes the shit people say, like, says, like, I'm saying that's all wrong, but the things that people say to you sometimes sit with you, you know?
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where it's like, if you don't know yourself, then it's very easy to take that on and just be like, oh, yeah, I'm a narcissist. That's what I am. That's it's like you'll take that on
Yeah.
as your reality when that's just what they perceive. That's just what they see. Hell, they could be projecting that onto you. They could be the narcissist. They could be the whatever, and they're projecting it onto you. And it's so crazy because we're all connected. Like, we're all one. This whole entire human race. Like, we're so connected to the point where we speak about the world, we're manifesting that too, like on a collective level. Like, it's so wild how
Yeah.
our words hold so much freaking power, so much. And that's why we gotta be careful what we say, because this damn language is rooted in our downfall. So we say good morning and we tell somebody to go grieve. Like, what? Like, what?
Yes.
Like, good grieving. Have a good grieving today. Like, damn. So you got to say different things. You got to switch up what you say so that you're not saying the wrong thing. Because when you start to look at these, definitions and really start getting into the etymology of these words, it's like some of this shit we were taught to say is only keeping us stuck in a loop. And it's
Yes.
wild.
Like
I'd
I
be
don't say
wondering.
nice. Like I don't call myself nice. I'm
Mm-hmm.
kind, but I'm not
Mm-hmm.
nice.
Yeah, I'm learning that one too. I'm learning that one too because I would always think like, I'm nice, I'm nice, I'm nice. And then just recently I realized, like, you don't want to be nice, you want to be kind. You want to be, because you don't owe nobody nothing. Like, that's another thing that I
Yeah.
had to learn recently, is that you don't owe nobody nothing. Even if you do have it, that doesn't mean you have to give it. So yeah, I'm working on being kind and not nice. I'm steering away from the niceness because I think that's what put me in that people pleasing mentality of, oh, I have to do this and that for them just because, like, that's not your
Yeah.
role. Your role is not to be everybody's fucking caregiver. Like, be your
Hmm.
own caregiver. Take care of you. That's wild. But I love that. I love looking into like the definitions of these words too, because I be like,
Yes.
you be saying some shit and you be like, what does that even mean? Like we sit here just talking in this language, like it's just so natural for us to just say these words.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I know what you
Know what
saying.
you
Like what
said?
the fuck? That should
Yes.
be
Oh my
blowing my
God.
mind.
I swear. And then like when I get high, I be like, I'm really understanding this bitch. Like, what the fuck? I ain't gonna lie, like sometimes when I look at the English language,
Mm-hmm.
certain times when I see certain words, I be like, this was not spelled like this. This is not how
No,
you spell it.
same, same. Like definitely, I cannot get that word for nothing. Every time I write it out on my
Uh,
keyboard, I'll be like, definitely. I don't think that's how you spell it. And then when I do spell it the way I think that it is, it says it's wrong. Like you're lying.
yeah.
You're lying. And why the fuck y'all put a K in knife? That's another thing. I just like why? Why would I do that? Why would I do
Oh
that?
my God.
Hello
Exactly. And
there.
like I was trying to
I'm
do
talking about the woodworks.
exactly. I was trying to I think I was posting some readings on my own page and I was trying to type in Sagittarius and I was like, how the fuck do you spell this? And like when I typed it, I was like, this is not how you spell this. And it was the correct word. I was like, this is not how
Wow.
you spell that.
It'd be looking
Like,
weird. Like English just
yeah.
looks so weird. And it just blows my mind. Like I was studying today and I'm reading and I'm like, damn, I really know how to read. I could read words. Like that should just be blowing me. Like, you mean to tell me that I could look at something and instantly my mind just knows how to read it. My mind just knows what to say. And it's just wild. Like we're programmed to this language. Like I wonder what we naturally speak. Like I know telepathy, but like if this day and age, would we just be walking around speaking to each other through our minds, or would there be some type of language that we'd have that wouldn't really be English? Because I don't know. I feel
Mm.
like English is limiting. Like there be words I be wanting to say, don't even know if they exist. Like I be wanting to say some shit. I don't even know if it's an actual word, but
No, for real.
yeesh.
Like with my twin, my baby siblings, they twins.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they just be saying anything, and I'd be like, you know what? That makes sense. Like, I don't know what you're saying, but that makes sense.
Right.
Like, that's not like that could be a word.
Uh-huh.
And I be saying it with him, and he gets so happy. Like my brother, he gets so happy when I
How old are
copy the word
they?
he says. They're my sister and my brother. They're one and a half, I believe now.
Oh,
But yeah, he be saying any kind of thing.
little babies.
He be like gungy or something like that. I be like, what is that? And every time I repeat it, he be happy. Like he just
Right.
get
He
happy
like,
and he
yep,
come
you
running up to
know.
me.
You know what's up.
I'm like, what that mean? Like, tell me. I need to know.
Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. Like, especially with twins, like they have their own language anyways, just because like
Yes.
they spend so much time together. I've always wanted a twin too. I always wanted to have a twin. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just because I'm a Gemini and I already have a twin up in here, but I really be like, I want a twin. Like, I want a twin sister. Like, I really wish I would have had one. Like, I wonder how our lives would have been. Have you seen this show on Netflix called Echoes?
No, not yet. I've been said I was gonna watch it. I've just been watching another show. Cause
Yeah.
one thing about me, I don't like to hop through different
No,
shows.
same. I have to stay on what I'm watching. Otherwise, I'm gonna be scattered. Like I'm supposed to be watching Raising Canaan right now, but I'm watching Raising Canaan. I'm watching fucking a movie. I'm watching other things all at once. But I'm watching Breaking Bad. Like I don't even know what I'm watching no more. So that's why I be having. I'm like, okay, Shanti, let's focus on Raising Canaan right now, and then we can
Yeah.
go to something else. But the Echo show is about these twins, and they swap lives like every so often. So you have a twin that's out in like California, then you got another twin that's somewhere else. I don't know the other place that they were at, but they would switch lives like it was nothing. And they're both married.
Oh,
So
I heard it is. I
sleeping
heard
with their
that.
husbands, they raising their kids. Like I just think that shit is so bizarre. Like I definitely
Yeah, sleeping
recommend
with
go
the
watch that.
husband.
Yes, and they do it. And the husbands don't know, but I'm gonna let you watch it so you could really get into it. You
I
know what I'm
heard
saying?
about it.
Really get into it.
Somebody was telling me about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's Somebody was telling me about it, and they was telling me like, yeah, they be sleeping with each other. I was like, bitch,
Yes.
I'll
So
be busting
crazy. Like
that.
really? Like you gonna sleep with my man? Really? Like why don't we just live our
Yeah,
lives? Like, why don't we just live our regular lives? Oh, I was switching lives anyways. But see, the whole thing was like they swapped lives when shit got hard in their other life. Like if one of the sisters got in trouble, that sister wants to change lives with the other sister type shit. So I was like, bitch, you using me. So if I do some shit that's
Yes,
gonna fuck you up, I'm gonna go to jail for you and I ain't do the shit. Like that's wild. That's some crazy
yes,
shit. But yeah, definitely recommend go watching that. Anybody that's watching, go check that show out. It's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting. It'll have you confused as fuck. Like, you like, who the fuck? Who is who? That was the thing for me. I was like, who is who? How do I know which
ooh,
sister is which sister? Y'all switching lives so much. Do y'all even know who y'all are? You
exactly.
know, like what the hell? But yeah,
That's
it makes me think of
crazy.
like Freaky Friday stuff. Like that was one of my favorite movies growing up. I loved Freaky Friday. That was my shit. But since we're on that topic of swapping lives, is there anybody that you would swap lives with? And this don't have to be no ethical
Beyonce.
answer.
I kind of
Beyonce.
do. I
Period.
kind of do because she that bitch.
Okay.
But if I was her, baby, Jay-Z gotta go.
You gotta go. To kick him to the
He gotta
curb.
go. Kick his ass to the curb. I'm
What she
sorry when
say?
you
She
get your life
said,
back.
it must be your money because it ain't your face.
Like, cause
Oh my god.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, he got an exquisite look, you know.
Yeah.
But for me, he's not my eye candy.
Yeah, he's
So he
not
would be
mine
kicked to the
either.
curb if I was in her body.
Yeah, he's just I don't know.
But
I
he
don't
got that
know.
money though. He got that money.
He
But
definitely
that ain't
does.
the kind of person I am. I don't care about your money.
Yeah. So the looks matter more than money.
Yeah, looks and personality. Money
Yeah.
can come in because I mean,
Because anybody can
sometimes we
have
be going
money.
through things. Yeah, I don't date people that have money, but the personality was just horrible. They had the
Mm-hmm.
looks and the money, but personality is horrible, or they
Yeah.
had the looks, no money,
Mm-hmm.
but good personality.
Yeah.
And I kind of dealt with it, but I was like, okay, bitch, you ain't getting no money either. Like, we
You
gotta
ain't
make
even
some
trying.
shade. So sometimes it be hard. You gotta pick
Yeah.
what you can deal with. You
Okay. I
know,
fuck with that. Pick what you can deal with. Yeah, because I mean, no relationship's perfect, and I had to think about that for myself because you watch these movies, these romantic movies, and everything just looks so perfect, it looks so effortless. But
yes,
then in modern day dating, it's more complex than that because you got people that don't really know if they want to be in relationships. You got people that just want to hoe around. You got people that want to settle down and get
yeah,
married. You got people that just want to have kids and don't really want no strings attached after that. So it's so crazy because everybody has their own idea of what they want in a relationship, but it's crazy. It's really crazy. Like there's somebody out here for everybody, and people get so stuck on their crush or the guy that works at Waffle House that got good
yes,
hair. Like it's crazy because you get stuck on people, and then you realize like, okay, this person probably ain't even my soulmate. Like this person probably ain't even no good for me. Like we probably don't even have any
exactly.
chemistry. Like ain't nothing really going on with us. Um, so that's wild. So what's dating like for you right now? Are you dating? Are you just chilling? You just
I would say I'm chilling.
yeah.
I'm open to dating.
I know that's
I guess
right.
because I'm trying to move to a different city. So,
Mm-hmm.
new life, new journey.
I know
So,
that's right.
like, I got to be open to love and different things,
Yeah.
relationships. So, I said once I kind of move, or yeah, once I kind of move, I'll see what's up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, I don't mind, but if it ain't coming, I'm gonna continue focusing on myself and get
Facts.
myself
Yeah.
together,
That's
because
good.
I want to attract somebody that's, kind of in the same things I'm into. I like the difference, but I do want some similarities.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing too similar. 'Cause, I don't have
Right.
somebody that was real similar to me. I was like, damn, did you really mirroring me?
Get out.
I was
You
like,
scaring me now.
like you scared me. Like it was just crazy. Like we had so many different things in common. He was like, you sure you're my brother from another mother?
Right? Like that's wild.
But I
That's
was like,
wild. Like
But
whoa.
sometimes you meet people like that.
Uh-huh.
It's definitely crazy. But I would say I do want my person to have some different things about themselves,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot some similarities along with me. So we can vibe on certain things. Like for me, one thing I think is a must is like anime. Like I like anime. My
Mm-hmm.
person I like anime because I want to watch
Yeah.
anime and chill.
Right. Yeah. No, I feel that. Because I'm very big into wrestling. Like I love wrestling. Like I be thinking about like I want to be a wrestler. So it's like I
Mm,
want somebody that's into it too, just because like I want to go to different shows and stuff. Like, but there's a lot of people that are like, I don't know. So I know for me, like, you ain't gotta like it, but just know that I love it. Just know I love this because it's something I grew up watching. So it's just kind of always been a part of my life. Like I've always been, a
yeah.
wrestling fan. So, as I got older, I stayed away from it. I was like, that shit ain't nothing. Cause they switched out the wrestler so often that, I couldn't keep up with shit. I was like, well, and I didn't have cable either. So I just wasn't able to tune in. And then just recently I'm like, Roman Reigns is fine as hell. Like I just I'm here to see him. I'm here to see Roman. But then after I started watching it for him, I started seeing like, oh, you know,
Okay.
I like Bianca Belair. I like this person. I like that person. So it just became easier.
Mhm.
It's like watching it. It's like you got to have somebody that you like. Otherwise, you're probably not going to be into it. So
Yeah.
I definitely feel you on having similarities, but also having those differences because then it's like whatever my person's into, like I can, learn more about that. I can try that out. Now we got
Yeah.
more things that we can add to the relationship, and it doesn't feel like we just, like you said, staring in a damn mirror, like we just looking at each other like we fucking crazy. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, relationships are so insane. It's crazy. Like we form these relationships with people. We have romantic relationships. We got platonic relationships. We got work relationships. Um, and I don't know. It's so wild because it's like sometimes we're a different person in those relationships. Like the person that I'm going to marry, they're gonna have a completely different relationship with them than I'm gonna have with my mom or with my siblings. Like it's
Yeah.
so wild how the different themes of these relationships create a different version of ourselves. And then it makes me think of astrology because, your Venus sign shows up when you're in relationships, and then you got, your other places that
Mhm.
show up when you're in certain situations and
Yeah.
settings. So it's really bizarre because it's like, who are you for real? Like, who are you for real? And that's
Yes.
usually who we are when we're by ourselves. But that's so crazy. So when it comes to, you and just your preferences, what are you into? Are there certain, traits that a person has to have? Um, are there things that you specifically need? Like when it comes to dating, what's your checklist looking like? Like, do you even have a checklist? You just like, I'm just gonna date whoever.
Oh, I kind of do, but it depends. Like,
Yeah.
it depends, honestly, because I got a long ass checklist. But I mean, I'm
Like
willing to,
you gotta check all these boxes.
yeah, but I'm willing to compromise on
Right.
certain things. But
Yeah.
I would say you gotta be funny. Like,
Oh,
I like to
definitely.
joke. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I like to roast each other. Like, I like to do that. That's kind of like a love language for me. I
Yeah.
like, I feel like being honest and trustworthy.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's automatic. You should be able to be trustworthy and be honest. When I come ask you something, it should be honesty and trust.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I mean, it's no reason to be lying at our big grown age.
Come on. For real.
It's either you did it or you didn't. It's fine for me. Just I gotta learn move myself the correct way.
Mm-hmm.
But it should be no reason you lying. So automatically, I don't like liars.
Me either. High five, friend. Cause same. That's my biggest thing. That is my biggest thing. If you lie to me, I was telling Ty today about somebody that I felt was lying to me. I was like, I'm gonna cut this nigga off. I'm gonna block him. Like, don't lie to me. Cause I'm not the type that will get mad if you lie. Like, not if well, if you lie to me, I'm getting mad. But if you tell me the truth, like, I'm not gonna get mad. I might be upset if it's something that I
Yeah,
don't really want to hear. But I respect people that are actually honest and straightforward. Like, hey, this is how I'm feeling. Like, and go from there because it's like you waste time when you're lying. You're wasting time,
yeah,
But when you're honest, it's like okay, you're giving me a opportunity to choose if I want to still do this or if I still give a fuck about you or whatever the case may be. Whereas with
yeah,
lying, being deceptive, it's like you don't really get many options because you're thinking in your mind that things are going a completely different way than what they're actually going in. And I love that you
yep,
mentioned like humor because if you don't have the same sense of humor as me, or at least can understand like the jokes that I'm cracking, I can't do it. Because I remember I had somebody that I was dating, like I would crack jokes and it wouldn't be funny to them, but then it'd be like, well, Okay. Um, this ain't gonna work. This will not work for me. This will not work at all. Not at
Yeah,
all. Because I like, who doesn't like to laugh? Like laughing is one of the most healing vibrations, period. And I feel like when
yeah,
we laugh and we're around somebody that brings us that much joy, like that's a relationship filled with that. It's a relationship filled with, longevity because it's something that is exciting. Like that's why I love like comedy shows or comedy, anything, like any content that, is related to, any type of comedic anything. I gravitate towards that more, because I like
yeah,
to laugh. Like I love shows like Boondocks. I love, little Adult
yes.
Swim shows. Like I love them. I used to I was like 10 years old watching some damn Adult Swim. Didn't care. I didn't
No,
care.
for
When
real.
when Family Guy came on, I
Sneaking
was
on
like,
at night.
no, for real. Like let me go get my chips and sit here and watch this damn show and laugh. Just because like it's a good feeling. If you can't make
Yeah,
me laugh, that's a turn off, honestly. It's a turn off.
yeah,
We got so much out here in the world. So if you can't crack a joke, you gotta go. You gotta go.
exactly.
Like what
Like
can
you
you
gotta
do?
match my humor because I ain't gonna lie, I do be having some dark humor at times.
Same.
I'm like, I should laugh at this, but it's
Yeah.
funny as hell. Like, I don't even want to mention that because I might get canceled. But
Screaming, look. That's so sad that we have to worry about that. We have to worry about the things we say getting lost in translation. Like I know I just saw Lotto recently is she's getting dragged because she was doing an interview with this little girl, and the girl's like, "What's your
hmm,
style?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm a sexually liberated woman." Da, 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 da. And nobody's fucking with that. We live in a world now where you say the wrong thing and people will be so quick to like cancel you and throw you under the bus and oh you're a bad person because you said this and said that. Like sometimes we're not thinking. Sometimes we just say things in the moment. Like it's like people don't want to excuse the fact that we're human. They just want to focus solely on this is a problem. Like you said the
yeah.
wrong thing. So fuck being canceled. If you want to cancel me, bitch, fuck it.
Fuck you, because bitch,
Fuck it.
at the end of the day, somebody's gonna watch me.
Yeah, somebody's gonna support you. You gonna have more people supporting you than people canceling you. And I don't really feel like you can cancel anybody. I just feel like if you allow people to put you in that position, you gonna have to decide like, am I finna go up from this or am I finna go down for this?
Yeah,
But it's like we're constantly growing. Like you cannot hold people to their past. And I feel like I see that a lot in this day and age. Like, somebody will be doing something good and they're like, oh yeah, in 2001, this person was caught doing this and doing that. Like, like that, like I still holding this against people. Like that's so wild to me. Like that's why cancel culture is just so toxic. Because you
yeah,
don't really give people that room to grow. You just keep people in that box of, oh, they're racist, they're this, they're that, because it's like people
mhm,
learn from their mistakes. But if you're not giving them, a space to show you that they've changed, then what's the point in canceling them? Like, just say you don't like them and
exactly.
move the fuck on. Like, you don't like this person, cool. I had to say that. But yeah.
Yeah, definitely on that. I feel the same way. If you hold on something that was said like 5 years ago, a lot can happen in 5 years because it
Mm-hmm.
done been times where in a month things change for me.
Right.
Shit, even in a day,
Mm-hmm.
you never know. So, you can't hold certain things against people, especially when the times change. Back in the day, certain things that people said was able to slide by, and
Right.
then, nowadays it's not able to slide by.
Yep.
Like, back in the day, people might be like, oh, it'll take gay as a insult, and now, I mean, it's still an insult now, but, people been reclaiming it and things.
Yeah.
So it's just the timing of things, and you just have to be
Mm-hmm.
careful with what you're saying. I feel like that's kind of fucking up with the First Amendment, but it doesn't.
Right.
You get freedom of speech, but that doesn't mean you freedom of consequence.
Yeah. And people's
You know.
opinions. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so some
understandable.
people gonna like it, some people gonna like it, some people not gonna like it, and that's
Right.
just how it is. Can't please everybody, so you only
True.
can please yourself and the people that that resonate with you.
Mm-hmm. That's a fucking word because even with like I remember seeing I don't know if I saw it on YouTube or TikTok because I'll be on both of those apps like nothing, so I don't know which one it was, but I just remember seeing like some white chicks behind the scene stuff.
Mhm.
And I just remember somebody in the comments like, if this movie came out this year, nobody like they would have been canceled. Like they would have canceled the fuck out of them. And it's wild because
No,
you
for
really
real.
see these old movies and there's so many different things being thrown around and nobody thought to say anything back then. But nowadays it's like I see now. I don't know about this, but I be feeling like people just want to be woke, and sometimes for the wrong things. Like people just want to be so aware that they're pointing out little things, or they trying to make a situation bigger than what it is. Um,
Yeah.
and it's cool. It's like, yeah, be aware of your surroundings and all that, but you're dehumanizing people when you make them feel like they can't make a fucking mistake. Like people are going to make mistakes. Like that's one of the things that we all should know as human beings because we all fuck up, you know? So
Yeah.
it's like these people that be so quick to cancel people, like I be wondering what the fuck y'all be doing behind closed doors. Like, what you got going on? What are you doing? Because there's got to be some reason why you're so comfortable with displaying people's flaws and making that such a
Yeah.
big thing when it has nothing to do with you. Somebody could say some shit that you don't like, you either gonna respond or just let it go. You know what I'm saying? It's really up to you to decide how you react to things. And I think that people's reaction nowadays is to be offended. People just want to be offended by something. And, in certain cultures and certain
Yes.
communities, it's understandable because they have, their own, view on things. But when it's just a regular person out in the world just doing God knows what, and you just feel like they attacking you. Like I think it was Ice Spice. She was performing at Rolling Loud. And I remember because I read comments. I don't care. I read the comments on
Me
TikTok. I
too,
read the
girl. I
comments
read
on
the car.
Twitter. I'm gonna read some fucking comments. So I scrolled and somebody was under the comments like, "This is giving me anxiety" and something, something, something. And then somebody responded under them. They said, "How is somebody performing giving you anxiety? How about you just turn the video off?"
Exactly. Like, ain't nobody asked you to watch it. Ain't nobody asked you to comment. None of that. Like,
No.
just unnecessary because you want to
Yes.
speak something. You want to be a victim. You want to be this. And I be telling people, you can't always be the victim.
Right. Because then you just victimizing
Like,
yourself. You're putting yourself in that position for what? Why? Why put yourself in that position? You don't have to.
yes. Like, a lot of things can be avoided. Ain't nobody tell you to get on social media.
Right.
Because, baby, if
Um,
the phones was cut off today, tomorrow, what would you be doing? Focusing on what you got going on.
exactly. Or try to find a way to
So,
get your phone to
like,
come back on because people do not know about their
exactly. So,
phone.
like, so, like, that shit just be getting me. And I used to fall for, I mean, I ain't never put bad comments, but like, I used to read people comments. It used to make me mad. Like, bitch, why would you say that, that
Yeah.
person? Like, what is going on in your body? Like, how are you so damn negative? Like, what happened in
Yes.
your damn life that got you so negative that you could just feel like you coming out of the big shit and say this?
No, for real.
Like, what
Like
gives you the audacity to do that?
people really be feeling some type of way. It'd be
Like,
like,
baby, you that hurt over what another human being is doing
They be worried so
with their
bad.
choice
Like,
of life.
they don't let you be a stripper or spiritual
OnlyFans
or like
person.
come on, people will be down your throat like, what about your kids? What are your kids gonna think? What about your parent? Like, what? Why do you care? I don't even know you. You worry about people that I know and we don't even know you.
Exactly.
Like, move on, move along. Like,
Move
and people are
on. You know, when
so
that time
comfortable with
comes,
that.
yeah, you know, when that time comes, we'll have that conversation. But right now, that ain't got nothing to do with that. So mind your damn
Right.
business. You
Literally.
know, if you don't like it, you know, block it or whatever you gotta do
Right.
and push it out. And you know,
Exactly.
I've been doing that myself. When I don't want to see content, when people content, I just, you know, unfriend them or remove them. You know, it ain't no hard feelings, but I don't want to see your content. Your
Right.
content ain't pleasing me,
Yeah.
and I
And
don't
that's
want to
so
see that on my
healthy.
timeline.
That is such a
It
healthy thing.
is.
Because,
It really is. Some people feel some kind of way. Like I did it. I unfollowed like 200 people the other day, and I made a post about it. I unfollowed them. I
yeah.
ain't say specifically, but I just said I
Right.
unfollowed 200 people, and I guess the people that hit fell hit and looked and unfollowed me back, and I was like, well,
It is what it is. Because,
it is
yes,
what it is.
some of the things like, like for me, like with my Instagram page, like there'll be times where I don't really be on Instagram, but it's like, okay, are you following people that you don't like? You following people that you don't relate to? Like, it's one of those things where when you keep that energy around you and you don't like it, it affects you in the way that you interact
Yes,
with, certain things or certain people. And for me, like I'm big on muting. Cause I'm like, maybe right now I'm fuck with you, but maybe later it might change. Maybe it'll change. So I'll mute
Yeah.
people for the time being. Um, but big on blocking and unfollowing too. You just gotta do something to take me there. Like if you say some really wild shit, like I remember somebody said something that basically corresponds to African spirituality, and it was a white person. So I unfollowed them. And the other person that they was tagging along with, I was like, nope, not going for it. But if it's
Hmm.
little shit, like little stuff, I'm like, I'm gonna mute you for right now. I just don't want to see you on my page at all. That mute
Oh no,
button be
oh
working way better than the fucking block button sometimes. Cause you block somebody, you still see that shit. Somebody done retweeted it or something. But when you mute
yeah,
somebody, you ain't seeing nothing. It's gonna say this account, you have this account muted or whatever. And I just like, oh well, let me just keep going. But then sometimes I'll be like, who I got muted? Who had I muted?
yeah. What word did I mute in this? Because I remember, I think when the whole Travis Scott thing happened, I had to mute
Oh my
Astro World, his
god.
name. When the Will Smith thing happened, I had to mute his name, the Oscars, all that. I don't want to see none of that because everybody had a fucking think piece
No,
for
think
every fucking thing. Like, shut
yes.
the fuck up. That ain't got shit to do with you.
Maybe on
Like,
the think
it's okay to give
pieces.
your opinion, but like y'all really sitting here typing paragraphs on bitches that don't give a fuck about you that would not spit on you if you was on fire.
Man, what? For real. So I decided that I was gonna look up things that I have muted, and this is hilarious. So it's so random. It's so random. Anti-vax, and then I put that in there again because people write it different. And then I put Betty White. We got Biden in here for the win. CDC, COVID 19, Donald, Joe, Machine Gun Kelly.
What did he do? What did he do? He got
Megan
muted.
Fox got on my nerves. I got her ass in here too. I got
Damn.
masks in here. I don't want to see nothing about no damn masks. Because when I go on social media, I don't want to worry about what's going on in the world. Like I want to break
Yes.
from that. Like I want to break from it. So sometimes I'm like, no, somebody's gonna tell me anyway. So
Yes.
I don't want to see it on Twitter. I don't want to see it on no type of social media. Um, I got Met Gala, and then I put MGK again. This nigga in here twice. Look, I really don't want to see you. Putin, Russia, Twin Flame, Trump, Twin Flames,
Not
Ukraine.
Twitch. No, I feel that. I feel
Oh my
that.
god. I've been having Twin Flames blocked for 2 years. Like, no, I think it's about to be 3 years now. Because they were doing they were doing the most on Twitter with them horoscopes. Like they'd be like, your twin flames on the way. They're coming with this and that. And I'm like, bitch, ain't nobody coming to me with nothing. Like y'all are lying.
Exactly. Like
Lying.
what did your car say on this? Like I need to see the spread. I need to see what did you do to get this because
Yes. Like
this
every
ain't making
single
no
tweet.
sense.
Twin flame, your twin flame is coming.
Oh
Twin
my
flame, twin. I'm like,
God.
shut up. I don't even want a twin flame no more. Just give me a
No, you just
soulmate.
remind me. I really gotta go on my Twitter and get like some people off because like I hate the messages that they be like, this
Mm-hmm.
is what your person said. Like, bitch, really?
Like
Like
it's
I understand, I understand like, they say take what resonate and what don't resonate, but bitch,
right.
I don't think this resonate with nobody. Like I
Man,
just
because
think you pity these people lives,
you done took
like
that
at
out of
this
a book.
point.
Took that shit out of a book.
Exactly.
That's a
But you
quote
just
from a book.
thinking some shit and well, you just
I'm
thinking
finna
of some
start
shit that just
checking. I'm
came
finna
into your
be
head.
the tarot reading police. I'm finna be policing what people be saying because I really be feeling like some people be copying other people's shit or something. Like it just there's no way y'all saying the same thing. No way. Everybody's just saying the
Yeah.
same shit over and over again. That's so wild. But yeah,
Yeah.
I
So
got I
I'm
got
like,
all of my
everybody
things
always do
muted.
love readings. Like, maybe get into self-love. What about a chakra
Right.
reading? What about like
Yeah.
move like some kind of relocation reading? Like,
Mm-hmm.
everybody's just doing the same thing. Like, have some creativity with it. I mean, everybody gonna eat, but still have like some creativity with it.
Right. Because then it's
You
like, what
know?
sets you apart from everybody else? If you're just doing the same thing everybody else is doing, like people just gonna overlook that. Like you gotta switch shit up sometimes. You
Like
can
it,
queen.
like there's different things that you can do. It just makes the experience better, and I think it draws more people towards you because they feel like, oh, well, you do this also, so I might could come to them because
Yeah.
rarely see people that do past life readings. It's like
Mm-hmm.
maybe two people I see on my Twitter so far.
Yeah.
I don't see nobody do anything about chakras besides what is it called? I can't think of the name of it. Start with R.
Oh, Reiki?
Yeah,
Yes, we love
I can
Reiki.
think of it. It was on the tip
Yeah.
of my tongue. I've been seeing a lot of that lately. Everybody be doing channel messages. I'm like, damn, y'all all
Mm-hmm.
channeling. And
We
some
all
of the shit
channel.
that y'all channeling the same shit.
Or just
So
channeling things that are so vague, like you're going to eat today. Like duh. You're gonna
like,
eat
of
anyways before you
course,
even said
I
anything.
like make it make sense. I knew I was gonna get me some water today. Like
Literally,
the
they're like,
fuck.
yeah, you're gonna go to the grocery store and pick up 3 mangoes and 1 banana and make a smoothie. Like what? Like not you just giving me ingredients for a smoothie. I'm like, you might as well make a cookbook or something.
Hello, to be honest, I really feel like you just putting that on me for me to go do that because I was like, damn, I
Right,
actually do need to make a
right.
smoothie. So let me
And
go
then
to the store and go do
and then
that.
they comments like, "Girl, this resonated. I went and made a smoothie today after your tweet." Like what?
Well, of course, because you thought about it. He's like, damn, I need to go do that actually.
Yeah, that's so interesting though. It makes me think like just how we were talking about how like, people's words produce, things in our own mind. Like these readings probably do the same thing. And as somebody that makes horoscopes, like I hope nobody's reading my stuff and trying to make that shit apply to their life. Like, oh yeah, she said I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. Well, I'm about to do it. Like, please don't do that. If anybody's watching and you see my horoscopes on your timeline, please don't apply it if it don't apply. Don't force the message. Okay. The message
Like if
is
it
as
didn't
it
hit you the
is.
first time when you read it, it ain't gonna hit you.
Literally, because there'll be people that are like, this don't resonate with me. This one don't make sense. Like it's not gonna make sense to everybody. Not everybody's gonna get it. It's not everybody's message. Like I'm connected with the people that need this message from me. And if you don't need the message from me, there's probably somebody else that needs, the message, or there's somebody out there for you that you can get a message from. Like, that's why I always encourage people to get a private reading. Like y'all just want the free stuff, which is cool, but if you really want the actual experience, you want to know what's really going on, then I would definitely recommend actually booking a session instead of
Yeah.
just depending on horoscopes and things like that. Like it only gets you so far.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like the more you tap into your spirituality, sometimes you may get signs through those, collective readings and things
Right.
like that. Because I know for me, as I dive deeper, sometimes I know my God send me confirmations through collectives. Some of the time
Right.
I did me a reading myself and I get right on Twitter. I'm like, damn, I really just spoke on this. I was like, damn. Like,
That's
sometimes you just need a private reading because, if you don't get a private reading and you just looking at collectives, you're gonna be feeling like every collective might resonate with you or it might not and stuff like that. But when
right.
you get a private reading and you look at that reading, then you start looking at the collectives, you're like, okay, this resonates with this. So
Yeah.
all that.
You actually see
So
where it
definitely,
applies. I'm trying to find
yeah,
my damn
definitely.
laptop charger. Like, what's going on? It was just up here.
Yeah, like
Oh, okay,
like
it's right here.
they send me I know from me like they send me music confirmations. Like I'll be listening to
Mm-hmm.
music and I'd be like, damn, this shit actually hit. Like, what the hell this song just said? This shit
Right,
just
word for
like
word.
resonate with my life right now. Like,
Literally.
I swear, like the Beyonce album, everybody was like, oh, I don't like the Beyonce album. But when I listened to it, the album really like hit me. Like I was
Mm-hmm.
like, this is the energy that I need to embody.
Right.
Like people talking about, oh, it's demonic, all that. And I was like, bitch, I listened to this album, and shit on this album giving me demonic. I mean, it was something that she said. She's like, she didn't want this power, but girl, I was like, I ain't gonna say that. Every time she say that, I skip it.
You're like,
Cause baby, I want my power.
no, for real.
I love my power. So
Oh
baby,
my
you might not
gosh.
want your power, and you can pass that shit to me,
No, for
but
real. I mean, you did say you wanted a beer, so Beyonce.
you can pass that shit to me. And then I think it was another song. She was like, she got the devil on her shoulder. I was like, girl. I
That's
was like,
tea.
okay, I can see by that, but everything else, I was like, pretty much everything else on the album, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
To me, it resonated with me a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and I was listening to that shit for days after days. I was like, this bitch put crack in this shit. I was like, I gotta stop. So I started listening to some Ariana Grande, and when I
Mm-hmm.
started listening to Ariana Grande, and I think I was doing shadow work at the time, And I was like, damn, this shit just resonating so hard. Like every
Mhm.
song just bring a memory up in my mind and it just like hit me in
Yeah.
my chest. And I was like, I need this for right now.
Right, right.
Cause
Yes,
I
I
grew
love
up with
that.
her.
I did
Like,
too.
I grew up
Yes.
listening to
Come on,
her.
Honeymoon Avenue.
Yes, that's
I,
my shit. Oh my God.
I swear, when I tell you, I don't even know what grade I was in. I know I was like either middle school, high school, but when that album came out, I'm listening to every single song. Like her and Justin Bieber
Yes.
were the white people that I flocked to, like at that time period. So it was one of those things where it was like Honeymoon Avenue stayed on repeat. Like I got my sisters listening to it. I'm playing like Ariana Grande was that girl back then for sure. She's still that girl, but like back then,
Back then, baby,
ooh,
the music
sheesh.
was bopping.
I
It was like
swear, I got
like
all
she,
the
she don't chill down with this. She trying to do the little R&B rule, and I
yeah.
applaud her because I mean I like her when she do R&B sometimes, but I
Mm-hmm.
do love her pop music. You know, the pop
Yeah. I
got
love
me
pop
hype.
music. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so I
Yes.
was like, hold on,
Come
but
on. Yes. I love
but I
that.
mean I like the R&B because it's. I always said that I felt like she should have did R&B. Especially
Mm-hmm.
like what's her name? Tori Kelly. I think Tori
Oh
Kelly. I
yes,
think that's
Story
her
Kelly.
name.
Isn't she like country or more so like
She,
popish?
she like gospel, gospel. I'm talking about gospel, but
Gospel.
gospel and
She be
gossip
gossiping.
and gossip and country. But I heard a song by her recently, or I think she covered the song, and she sounded real good. And I always wonder why she didn't take off, but she popped off around the same time Ariana, and she was on the same
Yeah.
label.
Mm-hmm. See, I used to follow Tori Kelly on
They
Vine because I
do.
loved her runs, like the way she used to run, like with her voice. I was like,
Yes.
but there was just music that I just never heard any of her music. Like I didn't know she was. I mean, as a singer, you think like, oh, she's got music out, but for me, it was just like I didn't see nothing on social media. Like I see no songs being promoted. Like I was like, what they doing with this girl? Like are they promoting her or
No, they because Ariana was taking off at the time, so
probably yeah?
they started promoting her more because
And
she started bringing in the money. Because I
it's
think when Tori
crazy.
Kelly popped out, Ariana was just about to get ready to release My Everything,
Mm-hmm.
and you know when Problem came out, Problem was big, baby. That was big. I was so mad because her
Yes.
and Chris Brown was supposed to drop a song, but his dumb ass went to jail.
Dang. See, Chris,
It's
that
on
man,
the song on YouTube. It got a video to it, but it was never officially released.
like,
Yeah, but he
yeah.
ended up putting it the version. He put a version with him and Janine on his album X,
Janine is,
and I was like, I,
child, she
I
got
was
some
like, it's
sauce.
given, but I was like, Ariana version's still better. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, I love me some Janine, but
She got some
her
good sauce
version is
too.
better.
I just love music. We can sit here and talk about music all day because I love
Yes,
music. And see, growing up, I used to listen to a lot of pop. Like I listened to pop because when I got ready for school, I'd have MTV, the MTV music videos
yes,
playing while I'm getting ready, starting my day. And those were songs that would come on, a whole lot of pop songs coming on. So guess what I'm listening to? I'm listening to Kesha. I'm listening to Katy Perry. I'm over
like
here jamming.
Kesha.
Like we just vibing at that point. And then like being a black girl, like people associated what I listened to with my race. Like, oh, you're just a white girl. Like, no, bitch, I just have good taste in music. Okay. I just
Exactly. I
love
have an
music. Like
exquisite
I
taste,
love
bitch.
varieties of songs. Like there's a period where I was listening to metal and there's a period where I'm listening to this, that. Like you gotta grow into your music because your music is one of those things where it doesn't necessarily define you, but it does in a sense. Like when you think about how other people view you, like let's say you like, oh, I love young boy, people gonna think you a gang banger and doing all this other stuff. Like people
Yeah,
will associate your favorite artist with who you are. So it's one of those things where it's like I had to grow into it. Like I didn't listen to Erica Badu until 2-3 years ago. you know,
yeah,
didn't really get to know who she was. Like I hear about Erica Badu, but it's like I had to learn about her along my spiritual journey. That's why I never knew anything about her when I was younger. And Janae Aiko, I
yeah,
used to always love Janae Aiko. And then like when The Worst came out, it's the first song I ever heard by her. So, I didn't think that she'd be one of my top artists when I got older. You know what I'm saying? So it's so crazy how,
yeah,
you listen to people growing up, you got your favorite musicians, and then you get older and that shit
yeah.
changes. So who was your favorite? You can pick like a top five. Well, who are your top five artists growing up?
So my top five would be Chris Brown and
Okay.
Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
I loved them both when I was growing up. I honestly want to be both of them. um, that was really, I would say that was more like when I was a child because I think Chris
Mm-hmm.
Brown came out like when I was five going on six.
Yeah.
And I remember his video, Excuse Me, Miss. I love
Mm-hmm.
that song and I love
Yeah.
running and wall to wall. That was just like everything.
No,
I
Wall
remember
to
I had
Wall
first
was
CD.
crazy. That episode, no, not the episode, but that music video was crazy.
Yes, I had
That shit was
like
wild.
all his CDs. I had my little CD player. I used to have my little headphones. Mama, you can't tell me shit. Like I just was lit.
Just imagine packing that
Um,
around nowadays.
yes, like I just thought about it. I was like, damn, what happened to my CD?
Yo,
Like that shit went away. I was like, what the fuck?
that is
You
so
hear me?
crazy to me. I can hear you.
Okay, because my headphones kind of died.
That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, I can still hear you. But yeah, Chris Brown definitely. And people don't like him because of his situation with Rihanna, and it's understandable. But I don't know. I'll never try to like take somebody's personal life and try to dictate on like their music and stuff, unless you are doing something just beyond doing some real wild, crazy shit. Because I feel like domestic violence is something that shouldn't be normalized, but it is normalized nowadays. You know, it's something that's common. But it's like if he's, said he's changed, and him and Rihanna have, worked on their relationship, and they was together again at one point. So it's like if Rihanna done got over it,
More songs together,
like damn,
and
Rihanna done
she,
got over it. So why y'all ain't getting over it?
yeah, and she even congratulated him when he had his child. I think when he
Mm-hmm.
had Rosie or whatever, she congratulated him. So I
Yeah.
mean, like, if she's over it, why can't y'all be over it?
Yeah, and
Like, what?
I could get it. Like I understand being an advocate for, domestic violence. Like that's understandable, but I think it's, they were both young at the time. I don't think they're going around doing that shit no more. Like I think that things have changed. And I think people just like living in the past. Like some people just cannot get away from the past. Um, but it is what it is. Y'all do what y'all want to do. But yeah.
Yeah. But I would say them only two people,
Uh-huh.
them as far as childhood. Once I got like middle school, that's when I kind of got into Ariana.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of stuck on her while everybody else liked it, Nicki Minaj. So I was on
Mm-hmm.
Ariana, just chilling. I ain't really have no other faves. That was just really it.
Mm-hmm.
Beyonce, Chris Brown, and Ariana and Drake. Take it back, Drake.
Drake, yes, I love me some
I
Drake
loved it,
from
Drake. Like, ooh, I love
2007.
Auto. I love Hold On, We're Going Home. I love Find Your Love. Oh, that was like, oh my God. Like, Drake was just hitting. Like,
I swear
it,
that nigga, he ain't missed not a beat. Like every single song slapped. Like I was like, oh my god, like. But just hold on, we're
it
going home was one of those songs. It's like very like it's so nostalgic. Like you listen to it now, you're just like you remember where you was when you first heard it. Like I remember I heard it on Vine. Um and I was like, what's this song? What's this song? I'm trying to find. I'm looking in the comments. I'm like, somebody comment the song or something. But that song hit so different. I'm playing that shit after we get off the Zoom call because that song is such a vibe. Like it's just
ooh, for real. Like,
oh.
and I gotta listen to it while I do gotta listen. I'm gonna listen to it while I'm on my bus ride to North
Mm-hmm. Ooh,
Carolina.
okay. So how long you staying in North Carolina? Because I'm gonna be out there in October.
So I'm leaving tomorrow night.
Uh-huh.
So I won't get there till like Sunday afternoon, like freshly afternoon, like 12:30.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm staying for like 4 nights, probably 5 nights. It depends on how I really feel.
Okay,
But
okay.
I'm just staying out there to, and, just to go, relax, chill, and
Yeah, a little
just
vacation.
yeah. And then I'm
Period.
on apartment hunting because I do want to move out there because astrology wise, it's a good spot for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's what it's called, Astro Cart.
Cartography. Look, my country.
Yeah.
Astro
Yes, I
cartography.
did my little thing, and baby, I had about 5 or 6 lines going like near. Right,
Wow.
okay, baby, and it was all good.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, and it was like a Jupiter
Ooh.
line, Jupiter MC line, and
Yes.
what's because since I'm gonna turn 21, I'm going into my 10th house, and
Uh-huh.
Jupiter's in 10th house.
What? Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, and
Dang.
my MC is also in my 10th house also. So I was like, oh, okay, this gonna be real
No,
good.
for real. I love that for you. I need to look at mine again. Because all my
Yes.
lines was in the ocean.
Though I had a friend whose was literally in another country.
Yeah,
And
I think that's where a lot of mine are. I want to look at mine though and see like where would I be? Where would I
yeah,
thrive?
I gotta look at it again because I know yeah, Raleigh, I think Toronto is a good spot. Phoenix is a good spot for
I
me.
want to go to Arizona too. Let's go.
But it's one I think it's another city in Arizona that I can't go there at all. I'm gonna be oppressed.
Mm-hmm.
Like my life gonna be real bad. Like I think Pluto there and Saturn, a Saturn line is there. I think yes, Pluto square or trine or I don't know what it is, but it's
Yeah.
something and it's horrible. It's not good. From what the little description it gave me, I was like, oh, baby, I gotta skip that city.
Yes. Oh, what did you use? What website did you use? That
I think
website?
it's
Website?
Astro Dennis,
I think I know what you're talking about. It's like dentist. Like it's how it look like it's spelled. I'm gonna
yeah,
look at mine because I really want to. Cause I do want to move. I just want to move to the right spot.
yeah.
You know,
I,
'cause
I
I
looked
really
at
do want to go out to Arizona, but I'm like, if my lines aren't really aligning, then I
yeah.
probably won't do that.
Yeah, I did that. Then I think I came to you and asked you for a reading
Uh huh.
on it, and if I should go to NC, and you was like, "Yeah, it's giving good."
Yeah.
Like when I read what it was telling me, it was like NC kind of gives like a home feeling.
Mhm.
It's true because when I went last year for my birthday, I kind of felt at home in a sense. Like I couldn't explain it, but
Right.
the atmosphere was different to me.
I love
So
that. That's how I felt when I was in New York. I'm like, bro, I've been here before. Like,
yeah,
I've been here before.
like the city I went to Fayetteville, and Fayetteville literally gave me Jacksonville because I live in
Mm-hmm.
Jackson. I was like, it literally gave me that in a sense, like the home feeling that I got, like
Right.
I'm home away from home. So, when I go up there now, I'm just, trying to find me a little apartment because I know that it's destined for me because I keep seeing signs about North Carolina. Like I see it on car tags. There's a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
following from it. Like I just randomly meet people and I'm like, oh, I'm from North Carolina. I'm like,
Right.
wow.
Interesting.
Like
You
it
know.
just kept popping up, and I was like, okay, y'all keep sending me signs. Like this is not a coincidence because I don't believe in coincidence. So this is a
Right.
sign. I was like,
Look,
what's
my Jupiter's in California.
ooh, I got one in California,
Uh,
one in LA. I was like,
same. Same. I'm like, I have to go out there. But it's crazy. I want to go out there for WrestleMania, which is gonna be in April. So I don't know. Maybe I might run into somebody while I'm out there. You never know.
ugh,
That's so
def-
crazy.
yeah, I think I got a line there. I got one in Louisiana. It says Louisiana gave past life. Like I had a past life in Louisiana, which
Mm-hmm.
makes people be telling something. I be having like a New Orleans accent, and I be like, bitch, I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. But like
Ooh,
past life there,
I love
somewhere
this.
in it's like between Houston and Louisiana. Like it's somewhere like
Mm-hmm.
in between there, but it's like in
Look,
Louisiana, though.
Spirit. If you telling me I need to move to California, just say that. Wait, I need to look and see where my lines are in Mexico because I either wanted to move to Mexico, Ari- Arizona, or Georgia.
I need to look. I
'Cause-
ain't look out the side of the country. I need to actually look outside the country because I feel like that might be something. Because my cars keep telling me I'm gonna travel outside the country. I
I
don't know
love
when.
that. Why does it keep doing that? I'm gonna have to look at
Like,
this on my laptop because they don't have. They ain't giving me a wide screen.
yeah, when you do it on the phone, it's kind of a little hard
Like
because
ew.
it lags a lot.
Yeah, like it keep glitching. But it's cool. It's cool.
Yes, I saw my friend and her shit was glitching a lot, and then mine started glitching. I was like, you know what, fuck it.
I'm
I was like,
screaming.
do it on your own time. I done showed you the website. Just we'll come back and talk on it.
Okay, so I might be moving to Arizona because my line is my son line's there. So Arizona, y'all better look around. But see, this guy I'm talking to, he's telling me because he used to live out there. He's telling me that they be kidnapping and stuff out there. So I'm like, uh,
And it's hot.
it,
It's
it
real
do
hot.
be hot. I heard about that too.
Yeah, like Florida's like hot and wet,
Mm-hmm.
but Arizona's like hot and dry. So
Yeah, I don't know if I can do dry heat.
yeah, I never did dry. I can't even say what the fuck that
It's
feel,
like you
but
can't breathe. Like I remember one time because I was in Tennessee, and once you get down to the south, that's where things just start to it just gets hotter. But I just remember I was in Tennessee one time. I think it was the summertime because my daddy lives out there, and I just remember me and my cousin was outside. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to go in the house. Like I felt like I was about to die out there. Like I can't do dry heat. I love like the summertime, but it's been getting so hot. Like it's been getting so hot,
it's
and now it's like cold to me. Like I was telling my sister the other day, I was like, under 70 degrees is cold to me. It's
no for real.
cold. Can't do it. Can't do nothing under 70. I'll be ready to
But
get my coat.
because when I'm in Florida, I guess when we get like 50 degrees, it don't be cold to me.
Mm-hmm.
But like when it's a little lower than that, we be in cold as
Yeah,
all
I'll
out.
be like
Hold on, wait a minute.
shivering and shit.
But it's mainly like if it's windy. Like if it's 50 something degrees and it's windy, it'd be cold as
Right.
hell.
That's a
But if it
fact.
ain't, it's like 50 something degrees, it don't be that cold.
Right.
Like I could still wear shorts, but
Mm-hmm.
baby, that wind be
No,
everything.
the wind is literally everything. Like that matters a lot. I love when it blows in the summertime, but when it's wintertime, you need to stop. Pump your
Leave
brakes.
that shit
Just
up.
pump your
Mm.
brakes, please. What's your favorite season?
Um, I love the fall.
Me too.
I mean, it's ironic because my birthday's in the fall, but I like the fall.
Oh, when's your birthday?
It's in 2 days, October 2nd.
What? Okay, Libra.
Yes, I'm
I love
so
that for you.
happy because I've really been blessed these past couple of days,
As you
and
should.
I've been like, damn, how shit gonna happen, and shit just
Mm-hmm.
happened.
I know.
You know,
So that's why I had to learn to stop stressing. Like my spirit guides will be like, "We got you," and I'd be like, "But why? Why
like why
is that?"
did that happen? Nah, bitch, it's almost to the time. Like I was saying earlier, like I literally did not get no money till Thursday.
Uh-huh.
Thursday morning, Thursday evening, actually, like evening or
Mm-hmm.
afternoon or evening. That's when I got money, and I was like, bitch,
Girl.
like I don't understand how the hell I'm gonna go out of town. I mean, they done told me you going out of town, but I'm like, bitch, I don't see the money. Where the money
Mm-hmm.
is? And then the money just came in, more money just started coming and shit. I mean, ironically, it's my birthday, so people are gonna give me birthday money, but still, like,
Facts.
you know, like wow. And I had to be appreciative and express gratitude for it because it really shook me.
Man, what? I love that
Yes,
though.
I remember, I think last week I paid a couple of bills and like I had like $60 to my name in my
Mm-hmm.
car. They was like, go spend your money, go shopping. I was like, bitch, I can't go shopping with $60. I mean, I can, but like,
What are you gonna get? Like
maybe.
nowadays, shirts is $20. Like shirts be $20,
Yeah,
pants be $20. Like you just gonna get one little cool kind of outfit.
but no,
Like
I got 3 shirts.
okay.
And some lady when I went shopping, actually, some lady ended up buying me 2 shirts.
Oh shit. Come on, abundance.
I was like,
We love that.
oh my god! I was like, this was so like random. Like
Uh-huh.
I was showing her my shirts, and I was like, which one should I get? Because once I looked at it, I was like, I only got a certain amount of money. I was like, which one should I get? And she was like, what you got going on? Why you trying to get these? I was like, oh, it's my birthday coming up. And she's like, when your
Mm-hmm.
birthday? And I told her my birthday. She was okay. So she started digging in her purse. So I'm still asking the other lady, the cashier lady,
Uh-huh.
and I get them all. She's like, they all cute. I was like, girl, you just saying that because you need me to buy these stitches.
Right.
Like, you
Exactly.
these bitches ugly or not, but I'll be
Yeah.
taking for what it is. And the lady, she was like, here you go. And she gave me like a $20 bill and it covered
Mm-hmm.
both of the that I had on. I was like, okay.
I
It
love
was,
that.
Look, baby, and I spent the rest of my money and got me something to eat. And I was
Okay.
sitting in my room all comfortable.
Just chilling, mm.
I was like, God, you had me for real. Like
I love that for you. Well, happy birthday. I'm sure I'm gonna tell you happy birthday on your birthday, but happy birthday. About
you
to be 21, about to be at the club getting drunk.
who you telling when I say I'm gonna get my birthday,
Oh
baby?
my
I'm
god.
mad things
I
gone
was
because
definitely messed up for my 21st birthday. So have fun. Have
I'm
fun.
just gonna be but I want it to be like I want it to be down there tomorrow.
Hmm.
Be honest, so I can wake up on my birthday, do
Right.
like some birthday rituals, like, because I want to light
Hmm.
me up, get some things done, do something different, because it's my birthday, I got to
Right.
treat me different. So
Exactly.
I want to do all that, but I was like, you know what, everything's gonna work out in the way. So I still got 12 more hours in a day, and I was like, I know I'm not gonna be sleep or whatnot.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be up. I'll probably go to the club,
Turn
give
up,
me a
turn up.
drink, turn up, come back to the house, get on my fucking phone, get on live, shake some ass, do something.
Be lit as hell.
Look, I done told my Snapchat people, I was like, baby, it's gonna get wild up on here on
Right.
my
Just letting y'all
birthday.
know. Y'all better get ready.
Look, so go on, be ready, cause it's gonna get wild.
I love
Like,
that for you. I hope you have an amazing day for your birthday for sure. Like go wild. Have an extravagant time.
yeah, I really hope that I meet somebody
What? Speak it
that's
into
some.
existence.
Well, I know I'm gonna meet somebody, but I'm just
Right.
hoping my
Meet
birthday.
that special somebody.
Exactly. But I feel it coming
Yeah.
because especially what you said on one of my things. I gotta get another one
Yeah.
because I want to ask you
For
about
sure.
it. I want to
Yeah,
ask you.
for sure, for sure. I'll probably go live. I was gonna go live later, but I don't know. I'll probably go tomorrow because I think I'm gonna take tonight to just like do some organizing and cleaning and food. Child, I got a lot of stuff to get done, but yes, yes, I'm excited to. Oh my gosh, I'm excited for you and your birthday and this trip. I hope you have a really good time. Stay safe. Do your thing. Are you going out there with like people that you know, or are you just gonna be out there by yourself?
I know like maybe two people, three
Okay.
people, that live near there. So hopefully, I mean, they said they gonna come see me, but I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I ain't too much worried about it because I
Right.
mean, it's for me to relax too.
Right. Have your time
So
to
a new
yourself.
environment to just chill and just lay my ass down.
No, for real.
'Cause
I love
sometimes
that.
we need that. We really need that. You need to be out in an environment other than your house environment.
Yeah.
If you don't live by yourself.
Facts, facts. I get that. This has been a really good conversation. We have talked about everything under the sun. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Um, let's see. I guess I could say, as I said before, I'm a model. I also do
Okay.
oracle readings and all that. So come sit with your boy, come book with your boy.
Book with them. Book
you
with
know,
them. Don't be sleep.
for a modeling gig, if you need me to do some
Something.
photo shoots, I'm there. If
So
you need a
where do
look.
you live? Where do you live specifically? Well, not specifically. Like you ain't gonna go in detail, but like where are you currently?
Uh,
Huh?
I live in Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, Florida. Okay, okay, okay. Cause like my
Yeah.
sister's a photographer, but I'm like Florida. Just already thinking of shit.
Look at
So are you
you.
safe? Are you safe in all this hurricane stuff?
Girl, yes. I was telling everybody, I was like, in Jacksonville, we don't care about no damn hurricane because the hurricane half-ass hit us anytime. I think the only time we had a hurricane hit us was Irma and Katrina.
Mm.
Them the only two hurricanes that actually did
Not the
damage
connection messing
to
up.
us. But other than that, ain't no other hurricane did damage to us. Typically, when it rains, sometimes it flood already. So we barely be caring. Everybody was out at the crowd plays, getting crowds, having hurricane parties, just doing.
Yeah.
You know,
Hurricane parties?
yes, baby, we
What is
got hurricane parties.
that?
When the hurricane come in, everybody get some crowds. We have crowd balls. Like,
I
we get.
love that. And it's a good thing because it's like people would normally like see her think of hurricane to think of like, oh, tragedy, let's be sad, but y'all finding a way to make the situation better for y'all. I love that.
Yeah, because I mean, I guess because we so used to it, because we know
Yeah.
that half of it. So typically, I mean, if you North Florida, we be typically good. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
South Florida, they typically evacuate a lot of the times because,
Yeah.
hitting them heavier.
Mm-hmm.
But North Florida, we rarely get hit. So I mean, we be chilling. Only thing we might happen, like we might get our power cut off.
Yeah.
So I think during Irma, the power did cut off, but it came back
Mm-hmm.
on for a lot of people. But it wasn't nothing bad like broken homes or anything like
Right.
homes, just pretty decent. So, we just be chilling and, having fun.
That's good.
Not getting fucked because, it is what it is,
Right.
baby. Either we gonna live or we not gonna live through it.
Right. Either
But
way, we living. We live until we can't live no more.
exactly. So but we be chilling and like today, I think it was supposed to hit today or yesterday. It hit
Mm-hmm.
sometime. But the day it was sunny.
What?
Like the
That's
sun
crazy.
was up in the eye. I was like, bitch, where's the star? Where's the storm that you talk about was gonna hit us so damn bad and
Right.
shit? I was like, it really did not rain. Like it drizzled, but it did not rain at
Mm-hmm.
all. It was windy though, but it did not rain or nothing. I was like, everybody talking about, oh, I hope y'all be okay. I'm like, bitch, ain't shit wrong.
Right.
This is
We
a
go.
normal day in Florida.
Right. Come on. I love
Like
that. I'm glad you're safe though.
so bad here. Like 1 minute be rainy, 1 minute be sunny, 1 minute be windy, 1 minute be everything. Like we don't be giving a fuck. You
Man,
just
y'all just gotta get used to it at that point.
Yeah, I'm like, if you come here, it might be something different than you. But if
Right.
you born, raised here, we be knowing about the weather.
Yeah.
We
Just
don't care.
just go
We
with the
still
flow
gonna
at
go
that
be
point.
out in the back. Exactly. We still gonna be
Yeah,
out
I've
and
seen
about.
some
I
people
give
out there swimming. We have people out there swimming. We got people out there doing the damn Michael Jackson song. Like people just finding
you.
their own way to make the situation easier. And I love that because nowadays like people will usually dwell and just be like, "Oh, this is so terrible, such a tragedy." But like,
Yeah.
yeah, people are finding a way to make light of the situation, and I love that because that people be like, "Black people don't take nothing serious," but when you
We
think
really
about what we've been
don't.
through and the things we done had to experience, like, come on.
And I
Yeah.
just love that as a collective, we all just find to laugh about, even though we may went through so many different traumas and
Right.
everything. We find something to laugh about, and I just love that about us.
Mm-hmm.
Because it shows that it's light in every situation,
Right. That's a
and a lot of
fact.
people sometimes don't see it, but I be thinking, I'm like, if you like can laugh, even though you going through some shit,
Mm-hmm.
it's a light situation. It's something
Right.
good.
And it helps you get through it faster.
Yeah, you ain't sitting there being depressed and everything. I mean, you still might be a little bit depressed, but you moving through it.
Right.
Life helps you move through it, being happy, all that. All that helps you move through sadness.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
That's
Well,
good.
thank you so much, Tay, for joining me today.
You welcome.
Um, yes, this
Bye.
is great. I love this conversation. We just vibe for real. Like it was just a very flowy convo, and I love that. Let the people know where they can find you on social media. If you got any plugins, let me know.
And so you can add me on Twitter at uh Taevo TAEEVO02. You can add my tarot page at Tay Divine. It's Tay with two E's and Divine. And then you can add me on Instagram at TAE dot EVO. And that's it. That's all
Yeah,
I got.
go follow my boy. Go follow him. Go get a reading. Go if you a photographer or if you were modeling, whatever, hit him up. Okay. Hit him up. That's the last time I'm gonna say it. So y'all better be hitting his line with all the good
Period.
stuff. Okay. All the good deals and things of that nature.
Period.
But yeah, I appreciate you. You take care. Have an amazing rest of your day. And I'm sure I'll see you soon.
Period.
Here we
Yeah, I see you whenever you do your readings, because baby, I'll be up in there. Cause
I'm
baby,
gonna be in there. The moment I see the notification, I'm clicking it
I got
instantly.
because baby,
He's got
I read this. When I do I don't know. For me, when I do my readings, it's like I can understand it, but I don't understand it. I guess because I
mm-hmm.
don't want to try to be biased.
Right, yeah. That was always my thing too. I was like, I could sit here and lie to myself.
Yeah,
I
like
could be
I
like
can see.
the devil card, the tower, the tennis swords. Like they love me. They just want to be with me forever. Like this is my man's. Or I'll try to find a way to go around and try to find a loophole. Like, oh, we're just going through transformations. Like, girl, I'm gonna leave that motherfucker alone. Leave this nigga
Exactly.
alone.
But when I do it for other people, I feel like it just be coming in my head like, yep, that bitch, nope, don't fuck with
Yeah.
him.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was like, oh my god, but for me, I can't do it. So
Yeah.
I've been trying to work on that for myself, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I was like, you always gotta find you at least two people that you can go to.
Right.
That's and my other girl on Facebook, she haven't really been doing readings like that.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta start looking around, because she done got married and everything.
Oh,
So
okay. Yeah, she busy. She busy.
yeah, real busy. She done got her house. I'm really excited and happy for her because
That's
she did
good.
gave me one a couple of weeks ago, and like it made me cry. It made me cry. Ain't nothing
Oh,
in a minute since I had a reading that made me cry, and it just made me cry of joy because
yeah.
I was like, bitch, you is right. Like I really done put in the work. I'm really here. Like, bitch, I'm at this level. I'm not here no more.
Right. I'm just
And like,
overcome so much.
like, baby, things just happen, and I was like, girl, you ain't
Right on the
lying.
head.
Right on the head,
Right
baby.
on it.
I was like, everything you was accurate, and I was like, I love that. And she always give me a good reading. Like it just,
That's always
if I
good. I love a good
always
reading. Like,
my baby quit quit to be talking. It's
no, for real. Ancestors are like, here is your message. And yeah, that's it. That's
like
all.
they always be coming out for me. I guess because I be when I be do I told you I don't like to be biased, and sometimes I
Mm-hmm.
be feeling like, who the hell biased?
Yeah.
So they be like, hold on, bitch, no, this is the correct message. But you thought it
Right.
was the correct
Yeah, because
message.
the thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna read for myself, and I'll be like, okay, cool, and then I'll go to Ty. I'll be like, Ty, you trying to do an exchange or something? Because it's one thing to read yourself, but it's always good to get that confirmation from somebody else, so you know you're not tripping or you not being biased.
I don't have my cards because I got a homemade deck also.
Ooh,
So
okay.
I put that you read the message right.
Mm-hmm.
So like, and every time I get one, every time I do a read, that card come out, I'm like, okay, but I still don't know if I reading it right. But if you say
I'm
so,
screaming. Right, right.
I was like, I still need a little confirmation. But I just get on Twitter, and once I get on Twitter, refresh it.
There's gonna be a message on Twitter for sure.
it,
I'm gonna go
it's
on there
not
right now. I'm gonna go on Twitter right now and see how many messages I can spot. Let me
yes.
see. Look, see that they spirits like, no, we ain't gonna put no messages on her timeline because it's gonna prove her points. Because I don't see no messages right now, but yeah, they
It,
be on here.
when you looking for them, you'll never find them. But when you ain't looking for
No,
them,
for
them bitches.
real, dead ass. I'm shocked I ain't seeing none because usually it'd be like Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And I'd be like, oh, okay, here we go. Wait, what is going on? Whoa, that's so crazy. This girl got a spray painted outfit on. That is so dope. But all right, Tay, thank you so much again. I loved having you on. We can do this again when I get done with these other special guests. So once I have some free time, if you want to pull up again, maybe we could do some readers or something, just spice it
Here.
up and try something different. But I love you, and I hope that I get the chance to talk to you later. Hopefully, I do go live so you can get your reading. But to those watching, love y'all. Don't forget to hydrate, meditate, and I'll see y'all next time.
All
Peace.
right.
Adios.